Hello and welcome to the McTaggart Attack podcast. I am your host, Kevin McTaggart. This is episode 55. Let's get right to it, shall we? Episode 54 was basically about me deleting the Facebook app from my phone because I'm pretty much addicted to Facebook. And I wanted to give an update on how that went, on how it went, because yes, I did delete the app, and I added it back 6 days later. So I Kevin McTaggart, am a weak hypocrite. Yes. Oh my God, it's like once I deleted the app, this horrible feeling of dread came over me. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to reach out to fans of my comedy or friends of mine or whatever? It's going to be so much more difficult now. Deleting the app is so hard, because I still wanted to use Facebook, but I didn't want it to consume me anymore. I didn't want to be stuck scrolling through that bottomless pit of other people's ridiculous Facebook posts. But it was so difficult, so I did add it back. But I did change it. I've unfollowed almost everyone. We'll see how that goes. I still scroll through Facebook, which is so damn annoying. I catch myself scrolling through it, and 15 minutes later, I'm like, oh my God, what the hell was I thinking? I only wanted to look at it for a minute, and then 15 minutes later, I'm stuck looking at videos, and it was harder to stop drinking it's harder to stop drinking than it is to, no, it's harder to quit Facebook than it is to stop drinking. Seriously. I can go months without drinking. But I can't go 6 days without... I couldn't even go 1 day without Facebook. Because you know what I did? It kind of defeated the purpose. Because, I would look at Facebook on a website, on Safari, on the web browser, on my phone. So I'd still be looking at Facebook on my phone. I'm just so fucking terrible. So I've unfollowed almost everyone. But I still have the same goddamn problem. Social media is just a terrible addiction. It's fucking ridiculous. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. So much for quitting Facebook. It's hard. It's harder than quitting drinking. Dear God. So yeah, there's an update on that. There's an update on that. What else? I need to point out that if you would like to look up the McTaggart Attack podcast on Facebook, you might as well look for the McTaggart Attack podcast Facebook page. I have over 174 likes on that Facebook page right now, so go ahead and look it up and enjoy it. I post I usually put the podcast on there and stuff, but look, if it comes to a point where I don't post about a new episode, you can look, if you're subscribed as a follower on Podbean, you can find it there. The podcast is also on Apple Podcasts and TuneIn and I think Google. And I think there's a few others. I'm not really 100% sure. I like to say, wherever the fuck you find podcasts. Let's get to more stuff about what I wanted to talk about in this episode. This is the first episode of 2018 for the McTaggart Attack podcast. So, look, I hate resolutions. I think a lot of us hate resolutions. Because, for me, I hate resolutions because I feel all right, I'll make this resolution to, lose weight. Say if I was going to do a resolution to lose weight this year, and I'd start out exercising on that first day, and then I skip the second day, and I'm like, oh, damn it, got to start again next year. No, that's the stupid thing about. So I don't like to make resolutions. Resolutions are dumb. Just make goals. Don't base it on Don't not do it because it was a New Year's resolution. Just make it a resolution, a goal. Just because you stop losing weight or stop exercising one day, and then you think, oh, I can't start up again until the new year, the next 2019. That's ridiculous. Start whenever you want. You just start the next day. It's fine. Just make them goals instead of resolutions. But one thing I wanted to do for 2018, it's not a resolution. I want to call 2018 my revenge tour, so to speak. There's a few things that I need to get revenge on, so to speak. And let's see. Let's go through a few of the things. I like to run. And I think every race I was in 2017, I was in 3 or 4 races in 2017, and I didn't do very well in any of them. I did this one race in May in Norwich. It was it was around Mother's Day. I forget what the charity is. I don't know if they're doing it again this year. I'm assuming that they are. But I didn't do very well on that. And then I did Skip's Run in Lebanon, New Hampshire on Father's Day weekend and didn't do very well on that. And then I did the Chad Half Marathon and didn't even fucking finish that. So this year is the Kevin McTaggart Revenge Tour. So yeah, I bought a Fitbit at the end of last year, and I've been using that. I'm trying to lose. My goal is to lose 20 pounds by the Chad Half Marathon, so I can do well in the Chad Half Marathon. But by doing well, I mean finish the fucking thing. So that's what I'll be doing. It's just I want to get revenge on a few things. I also want to get revenge. I'm gonna do the Vermont's Funniest Comedian again this year if they do it this year. I know they like to do improv now, but I'm just saying I'm assuming they'll still do the stand-up contest. So if they are, I'll go ahead and do it and enter it and do well. I want to do better than I did last time. My overall goal, I think, is just to do better than I did before. I think. Do better than you did yesterday. I think that's sort of like a Kobe Bryant thing, Mamba mentality, but I don't really like to embrace the Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality for a few reasons. One, he was a Laker. Actually, that's it. That's the only reason he was a Los Angeles Laker. That's the only reason why So yeah. 2018 is my revenge tour. Very, very excited about that. We'll see how it goes. It's going all right so far. I'm losing weight. It's going fine. Watching what I eat. This Fitbit thing is annoying, though. It makes you it keeps you on your toes. You've got your goals there. You look and you try to get your steps in and stairs and stuff like that. And it tracks. You can track how much water you drink a day, and it has all these daily goals that you have to try to meet every day. It's great though. It's cool because I find that when I meet all or most of the daily goals, I do lose weight that day. So that's good. I feel I do like it. I also hate it, but I do like it. Yeah. Let's see. Mentioned the Facebook page. Follow me on Twitter at KevMcT. I have over 57,000 Twitter followers. Find me on there. If you'd like to make a comment about the McTaggart Attack podcast, please go ahead and find me on Twitter at KevMcT and tell me what you think of what you're listening to so far. Or comment on the Facebook page that I already mentioned, or something like that. Let's see. I'm recording this today on Sunday, January 7th. I'm here at the Courtyard by Marriott in Middlebury, Vermont. We just had Thunderdome last night. Thunderdome, I love comedy Thunderdome. I love performing with my fellow Vermont comedy outlaws, Ryan Kenyon, G.W. Foley, and Pierre Fichon. It's great. Love it. And Comedy Thunderdome is our monthly comedy competition show. Here's my thing with comedy competition shows. Like, comedy competition shows are basically just... It's more for, like, to draw people into the show than it is to, like, win it. So, like, winning essentially doesn't really matter. I mean, but in my head, I want to fucking win Thunderdome every fucking month that I'm in it. And it pisses me off when I don't win Thunderdome. Just like I didn't win Thunderdome last night. Fucking bullshit. Like, I love it, though. It's great. I love the show. It's fantastic. I will, always want to do it. Love it. But, it's just frustrating. You know? Like, I essentially have no control over it. But, like, I understand that the comedy competition show isn't for, like, doesn't really matter who wins. It's just a good way to draw a crowd in, and they get all excited, and we put a great show on for them, and the crowd has a great time, and so that's great. But I'm still a competitive, bitter asshole, so it sucks sometimes. Like, I did well last night, but when it comes to, like, people cheering for me, I mean, I got some cheers, but when people bring in plants who just scream their head off at high-pitched noises that sets off the noise checker thingy, it's just fucking ridiculous. But it's fine. I'm bitter, but it's okay. I'll be all right, I think. But no, it was fun. I'm kind of pissed about it. I'm always pissed about that the day after Thunderdome when I don't win, and even though I'm aware that it's a great show. I love it. If you're more interested in the Vermont Comedy Outlaws, check out VermontComedyOutlaws.com. I'm very happy to be a part of the Vermont Comedy Outlaws. I want to turn this into a thing so I don't have to have an actual job anymore. So that would be fun. Let's see. I've kind of had like an epiphany of sorts regarding my thoughts on politics. And I wanted to, like, bring that up. Like, most of my life, I've always thought that, like, I'm a Democrat. And I've always just thought that anyone opposed to that, like the Republicans in charge mostly, are just evil people who are set out to ruin the world. You know what I mean? But it's like, it sort of dawned on me that, like, they're not bad people. They're not evil. They're not trying to ruin the world. They're doing what they think is right. They're doing what they think they should do to make the country better. I may not agree with their decisions, but it's like, it doesn't, I get so mad about politics, but I'm mostly mad about, people in office who don't believe in evolution, who who think abortion should be illegal, who thinks that smoking pot should be illegal, that thinks all that shit, but like my point is like, sure, I disagree with them, but I'm like, I'm not really sure I'm getting to what I want to say about it. Like, for instance, Donald Trump talks about how all news is, he talks about fake news. Any news that goes against him, he calls it fake news. And that's kind of infuriating for the leader of our country to say shit like that, to act like a stupid, immature little bastard. But I think he's wrong that that all these stories are fake. That any story against him, any negative story about him is fake news. I think he's wrong in that. I mean, but I think I sort of somewhat agree with him, but I don't think it's just some news is fake news. I really think that, like, all news is really fake news if you think about it, because I really don't think most news agencies are that objective, They're all out there just to, like, just to put out their thought, their opinion, their idea on something, and it's like, so essentially, like, I really just don't think all news is fake, because, like, there's so much stuff out there, so many articles that I see that, like, portray, like the Democratic leaders as evil people, and then there's articles that portray, like, Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan and them as, like, evil people. And it's just, like, it's ridiculous. It just steers people in the wrong direction. It makes us all feel so goddamn uneasy about the country and stuff like that. I mean, at least it makes me feel like ridiculous. I just makes me feel uneasy about our country. And it's just annoying to me that happens. Like, I think all news is fake, basically, is what I'm saying. I'm not saying don't watch the news or look at the news anymore, but I'm just like, take it with a grain of salt. I'm just like, I've realized that maybe I have my head up my ass a little bit, and, like, I just need to, like, look into things myself, because, like, I really just, it helped me. I think I'm just stuttering around here, and that this is a terrible explanation of what I'm trying to say. But I'm just saying, and if you can try to understand what the fuck I'm trying to say, let me know. But I'm not saying I'm turning Republican, I'm really in the middle, certainly. Like, with this epiphany that I made about all news being fake, I'm definitely more in the middle than I ever thought I was. I hate the Democrats. I hate the Republicans. But I feel like that sort of negates what I was just trying to say. But it's just that, like, I don't really hate them per se. Even though I did just say that I hate them, God damn it, Kevin, this is your worst fucking episode in a while. I'm just trying to say that, like, I'm really just trying to say that, I always thought that, like, anyone who had different ideas than me or disagreed with me on, like, topics was evil. But I don't. I've come to understand that, like, we just have differing opinions, and it's perfectly okay to have differing opinions. I always sort of had it in my head that I thought that, like, Republicans wanted to rule the world and ruin the world for almost everybody. It makes them, look good. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, there's always been this thing out there that there's good guys and bad guys out there, and I think that's portrayed in, like, comic books and TV shows and all this stuff. But it's like, we're all, like, human beings, you know? And we're all here in the world, and we don't, I don't think, yes, there are people out there who have cruel intentions, you know? But I think, for the most part, you know, people are inherently good. I mean, there's really no good guys or bad guys. Or good people or bad people, if you want me to be politically correct. It's just, I feel like that's something that's been put out there for people to believe, you know? And just to make us think that there are good guys and bad guys. Like, if you're a Republican, you probably think that Hillary Clinton is out there to ruin your life. And as a Democrat, even though I'm not really a Democrat that much anymore, but technically I'm a Democrat because I'm sure as hell not a Republican, but I think Trump is out there to fuck us all over. But I don't think Trump is out there to screw us all over just to be an evil asshole. I mean, I think he's just an idiot, basically. So he's not evil, he's just stupid. Because, like, what the fuck did he... I think he tweeted something last week about the cold weather, saying, oh, wow, we sure do need some global warming. Our president doesn't understand that the weather outside and climate change are two different things. Two different fucking things, you stupid fucking retard. But it's okay. So, see, I don't think he's evil. I just think he's a dumbass. There are two types of people in this world. No. I was going to say that there's non-stupid people and stupid people, but everyone is stupid to some degree. But again, I don't want to categorize us into two groups. I just think that we're all just like people out here trying to do the best that we can for the most part, and trying to, but it's like, we need to solve our own problems. You know, we can't rely on, like, the government to help us. And no matter who's in charge, we can't. Like, we can't rely on, like, government aid and stuff like that. I mean, we need to solve our own problems. We need to, you know what I mean? Is any of this making any sense? I just feel like I'm fucking rambling throughout this whole damn episode, trying to get my thoughts across. Another thing I want to talk about, like, that sort of helped me with this idea is, like, I found this video, and this guy, Dennis Prager, has this Prager University, and there are all these videos that they have on Facebook, and, like, I saw one video that actually had Adam Carolla in it, and he was talking about, never trust a politician who says that they're going to fight for you. Because they're not. And I completely agree with that. I really do think that politicians do essentially say whatever the fuck they want to get elected, you know? But, like, most of the times they don't follow through on their promises. And I'm not saying, but I've realized now that doesn't really make me angry anymore. It just... Because I've come to realize that, you know, they're not evil. They're just trying to get themselves elected. And people will do whatever it takes to get elected in a position, either by bashing their opponent or whatever. Those aren't things that I necessarily agree with. I think we should just list, hey, here's my ideas, and here's your ideas, and that's, you know, there's really no sense of, like, working together anymore. And it's like, I just think we all need to get our heads pulled out of our ass and realize that we're here to make we're all here. We're all on the same planet. We're all trying to, like, be here as living beings on this globe. I don't know where I'm going with this thought, but I'm just essentially, like, my epiphany, I think, is a bit misguided. Basically, I think all news is fake. And I think there are people out there trying to steer us one way or another, into thinking that the other side hates us and wants to destroy us, whereas I'm more in the middle, and I just realized that, no, it's just people trying to egg people on, push people's buttons, make them angry about stuff, make them think that our leaders are out to get them, and it's so fucking ridiculous. What was it when Obama was president? There was that whole thing on Facebook memes about people thinking that Obama was going to take their guns away. And that never fucking happened. And Trump, whatever the fuck he's doing, they make Trump out to be evil. But like I said, I don't think he's evil. He's just stupid. He's a stupid fucking idiot. I'll probably talk more about my epiphany later, because it's still, basically I just think all news is fake, and I'm tired of, letting it ruin my life. That's basically what I was trying to say. Does that make sense? I may need to explain this further in another episode. I don't really fucking know. What else I was gonna, as a side note, I mentioned that Prager University Facebook page thing. I've unfollowed him now because he's a homophobic asshole, and he doesn't believe in diversity. He doesn't think that people should be. We all do look different, and we do all need to recognize the fact that we all look different. But we also need to embrace the fact that we're all different people, and embrace our differences. So I unfollowed him because he's a bit too homophobic for me. Let's see. I had something else I was going to talk about the politics thing, but I don't really know where the fuck I was going with that anyway. My goal in every podcast is to always feel better about myself afterwards, and that certainly has happened this time around. Have I promoted everything I wanted to promote? Upcoming shows. Whitehall, New York on January 12th. I'll be in... we're doing a comedy Thunderdome there next Friday at Whitehall, and the big castle thing that they have there. The Athletic Hall. The Whitehall Athletic Building. Look it up on Facebook, because you're all on Facebook, much like I'm on Facebook, so you probably all know. And then January 13th, we have a Vermont Comedy Outlaws year in review show with a special guest comedian. I'm not really sure who the hell that is. I have an idea, but I'm not going to say it on the podcast, because I'm probably going to be wrong. And I don't want to ruin it for anybody. And, let's see, what other shows? Yeah, that's all that'll probably be happening within the next few weeks. There is a Totally Inappropriate at the Social Club that I'll be in on January 20th, and I'll talk more about that one next week. So that's all I have for upcoming shows. We should probably do What's Pissing You Off now. Okay, so as I do pretty much every week, I post on Facebook asking people what's pissing them off. And so, of course, this week it seems like everybody was complaining about basically the same fucking thing. So there's really no winner for this week. There's never really a winner anyway, because they don't win anything anyhow. But I don't know what the fuck to pick. I honestly don't. Because everybody was complaining about the cold weather, but I think there were a few people who were genuinely pissed about people who complain about, nope, I'm not going to do that one, because no. Alright, this week's winner is Peter Pardo. He's pissed that they don't have flannel Hawaiian shirts. Why the fuck don't they have flannel Hawaiian shirts? I don't understand it. That would be such a great idea to have flannel Hawaiian shirts. That way you'd be so warm, but then you'd look at the front of the Hawaiian shirt. It'd be nice. very festive, make you feel good about yourself Hawaiian shirt, but on the inside it's flannel, and it makes you feel warm. So you don't just have to wear Hawaiian shirts in the springtime, or if you wear a Hawaiian shirt, you don't have to wear damn layers. You don't need layers for the goddamn Hawaiian shirt. That was a terrible thing. But again, like everybody else said stuff about the weather, and Peter was the only one to mention another thing that doesn't really have, it's kind of had to do with the weather, but it was an interesting idea, the flannel Hawaiian shirt. So yeah, thank you, Peter, for suggesting another one. Jimmy Mack had another one too about kids on cooking shows. I don't watch cooking shows. I don't care for cooking shows, so I don't care for your choice today. Sorry, Jimmy Mack. So Peter Pardo is the winner again. I think he's won a couple times now, but like I said, you win nothing. Nothing at all. And that's the end of this episode 55 of the McTaggart Attack podcast. I've been your host, Kevin McTaggart. Until next time, everyone, go fuck yourself.